Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. We're back again with another engaging edition of sports tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Austin Okonakwan. It's still an action-packed morning. It's been an interesting, engaging world of sports. What are you talking about? Yesterday on the show, the Ministry for Youth and Sports in Nigeria reminded the NFF, they said, guys, we're still waiting for you to audit your account. Tonight, we have a response from the Nigeria Football Federation. Also on the show tonight, we'll talk about women's football. We will also assess football in Nigeria in 2016. It was a tale of mixed feelings. An ex-international will give his assessment, and then the guys in the studio will follow up. And of course, you will also tell us your assessment of football in Nigeria in 2016. Also on the menu, can you believe it? Oscar is leaving Chelsea for China. What a story. We no longer play football for passion. It's all about the money. The analysts in the studio, we'll talk about that one on the show tonight. We'll give you an update on Petra Kvitova. We'll talk about what's going on at Crystal Palace. You know the story. The Alan Party has been shown the way out of the door. A new man is now in charge at Crystal Palace. You know him. I won't let the cat out of the bag. We will tell you tonight on the program. Also, it's a Friday night, so we'll play some chess. We'll have a special guest that will be joining us later on. Babatunde Ogunshiku will be here with that chess guest, and together we will play some chess. But before we get into all of that, let's bring you into what we'll be doing tonight on the program. Don't just watch this, you come. Let us play for the love of the game on Twitter. We're channels_sports. We want you to talk to us just about anything going down in your world of sports, and we will read your comments right here on the show. Facebook, we're channels-sports. Send us an email, sportstonight@channelstv.com. Because it's an action-packed all the sports. Just to let you know that all our top stories can be viewed on our website. It's channelstv.com, and on YouTube /channels web. If you're on the go, you can download the Channels TV app for your iPad, your Android phones, your iPhone, your BlackBerry, your Windows phones, and your iOS phone. Can do the magic. We want to put the world on the palm of your hands. Wherever you are in the world, just download the app. Go to m.channelstv.com. Download that app. It works like magic, and you will be part of all that we'll be doing tonight on the program. There's so much to talk about because it's a racy, pacey, action-packed sort of sports. Let's get into it quickly. It's a Friday night. Alfred Okoligwe is here with us. Alfred, good to have you join us on the program.
Excited to be here. And
I know.
As always.
I know. We're gonna have fun doing this together. Joseph Atewe comes on the show and he drops something about Arsenal. He just dropped something on Arsenal, and it's so heavy. Sometimes we can't even pick it up. But Joseph is back again tonight. Joseph, good to have you on the show.
Good evening, Austin. It feels great to be on this platform. And let me start by saying a happy Christmas in advance.
Compliments of the season also to our viewers wherever you are in the world watching us. Let's begin with, let's say it's ladies first. We won't break the rules. Let's respect that right here on the program. Let's talk about women's football. On the show last night, we talked about Asisa Toshola. She's not playing football at the moment. Super Z is busy encouraging younger girls that are coming into football. She says, wait a minute, don't just play football, combine it with education. And that's really heartwarming. Tonight on the show, Alfred, the first vice president of the Nigerian Football Federation, says it's because of the wrong perception people have that it's a man's world, it's a man's game. That's why a lot of ladies are suffering with their football. That by the time we start seeing that there are equal opportunities for everyone, our women's football will start doing well.
It's nice to hear Sheyakimi say that. You recall that was the one that made the comment that made the world just sit up and say, hey, what are these we're talking about? Women we're talking about here. And I think we've since passed that stage. And the women's game have really taken a beating in the country. With not the same kind of importance that we attach to the men's game. We just allow them. The league is not up and running. Sponsorship is not there. And what we have is a stop-start kind of arrangement. No, the conveyor belt that produces young players has ceased to produce them. It's a question of the same set of players for the under 17, under 20, and like the Super Falcons. So it's the game, to tell you the truth, it's the women's game is static. And until we do something and do it very fast. Thank God we have a new helmsperson as far as the women's league is concerned. It's heartwarming, and we know what she's done. She's a trailblazer in whatever she does, and we know what she's done with other of the assignments that have been given to her. So maybe a new vista will be open for the women, and we see their football and their game grow.
That's right. Okay, so Shea Kiwumi, while speaking, says if we change the perception, if people understand that there are equal opportunities for everyone, that women's football will be doing just fine. Let's listen to Shea Akume. When we come back, Joseph Atero will give his perception. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
I think that because of the natural talent and natural ability and natural athleticism that women have, we've been able to conquer Africa, basically. But see, when you get to world level, there's much more than athleticism and natural talent. We have kids who are good at football, but they never get the opportunity until they're probably about 15, 16. For me, a lot of talent has gone to waste. Don't also forget that in Nigeria, it's not everywhere that people are allowed, the girls are allowed to play football as freely as the boys are. We went on our Eco football drive, I think 2 years ago, and we're looking for boys who would play. I went to Ajegule, with a partner from Ghana. And as we were looking at those kids, across the road, we saw a girl. She couldn't have been more than 8 or 9 at the time. And she was playing with boys in Bobanero and no shoes, which was very talented. Now she and another girl under a scholarship are going to Right to Dream.
What a story. What a story. With talent discovery, you can actually develop more talent. And then it was spot on right there. In some society, a lady kicks a ball and you're behaving like a man. That right there, you're limiting her talent.
Well, you might say it was spot on, but I think we've gone past that stage. At this point, we've seen schools organize competition for their kids. I think what we need at this point is a plan to plan ahead. Proper infrastructure, equipment supports them financially, because after these competitions, you don't see key sponsors, you don't see teams coming to take these girls, try and develop them. So I think at this point, what the Nigerian Football Federation should do is try and at least provide adequate facilities for these girls where they can go in freely and train in that one. But aside that, to look at it and say parents now believe that there is money in football. So be you a guy or girl, they want to support you in every means to be able to achieve your goals. So I think we've gone past that stage. All they need right now is the proper support from Nigerian Football Federation.
I totally agree with you on that one. And that's it. Our women's football development still getting our attention right here at Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. On Sunday at the NFF Annual General Assembly, the Minister for Youth and Sports raised questions on financial misappropriation, and the ministry told the NFF, audit your account. They waited, no response. Yesterday, the ministry reminded them, we're still waiting for you to audit your account. Still no response. But tonight on the program, the president of the Nigerian Football Federation, Pinnick, says our books are clean and we will audit that account. Let's listen to it and then we'll come back, we'll talk some more. Don't go anywhere. Stay.
We had our account audited already by one of the most respected auditing firms in the world, PwC. And when you want to engage an auditor, even if you say you want a second opinion, you don't just say you are going to get an auditor. You look at the reasons why you need to get. And getting an auditor is a congressional decision. It's not just a decision of the executive committee. It's the Congress must say yes, and why is the reason you want to get this auditor. So, but the truth is, we don't have, with all due respect to my boss, the minister, we don't have anything to hide. All those things were highlighted, and by God's grace, we don't have any issues with that, because you should understand that the director of finance in the NFF is the staff of the Ministry of Finance. It's from the Accountant General Office. The auditor in our office is also a staff from all these are people that regulate our fiscal approach to all this, and that's it. So with all due respect to the Honourable Minister, we are not. We will do it as he has said, as he has directed, but we also need time to do it, and that is the truth. If he's not feeling comfortable with the PwC report, the minister is the boss. Whatever he says, trust me, we will do. With all due respect to him, there's no way I will carry out any form of, no, he's the boss. I will tell you for free, I was a commissioner and I will not take when I feel insubordinated to, I won't take it. That's the truth.
Okay, now we have both sides speaking. The Ministry for Youth and Sports says audit your account, the Nigerian Football Federation giving their views right there. Let's get into this conversation. It's very serious because it has to do with auditing the accounts of the NFF. Talk to us on Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook channels, IFA Sports. Alfred, we listened to Amaju Pinnick right there, saying we are going to look into it. He mentioned two things. He said they have done a previous audit, but the minister just requested for one. And he says it's not just the executive committee, it's a Congress issue, but that they will get it done.
I think it's like the Congress of the Nigerian Football Federation, or the annual general meeting, when the minister opened with that speech and made all of the comments that he made in terms of accountability. If the minister had not said it, we wouldn't have known that we have issues with FIFA in terms of finances. What I had expected, to be honest, what I expected was, okay, the minister has made this. Now FIFA has flagged support for Nigeria, as it were, looking at issues. According to them, about 19 points raised, and because of those 19 points, and when the communique came out and said the Congress is satisfied with the explanation given by the Nigerian Football Federation, you ask yourself, what were the explanations?
That's right.
Where are the issues, the point of departure in all of this? Are these things not small enough, or is it big enough for us to know what the issues are? What has gone where? The money that came, how come it wasn't the books that was presented to FIFA? How come they weren't as clean as FIFA expect them to be? Why did FIFA flag? So what were the explanations? And from there onwards, giving the clean bill of health to the executive committee and moves on. The minister, I think, in his oversight duty, what he wants is that you say, you like the NFF said, we are the ones that told you that we have issues with FIFA. Okay, now that you have issues with FIFA, what are you doing about it? Exactly. Where are the accounts? You said you've been audited by the PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers. We agree. Well, if you've been audited and given clean bill of health, how come you're having issues with FIFA? So there are so many questions begging for answers. But I think this is for me something that perhaps maybe not in the public space. These are things that can be looked at and dealt with, because at the end of the day, whatever you say between the Nigerian Football Federation and the Honorable Minister of Sports, whatever you say, a lot of the talk has been in the public space, which ought not to be. There is something that if you oversight, as it were, over the Nigerian Football Federation, you should be able to call the officers in charge to come to the office, maybe call for a meeting, and you look at the books, or if you don't feel satisfied with the auditing process, you call an independent body. You have in-house people. I mean, this is government and a parastatal, or is there an agency? These are things that can be worked out there. I'm sure there are procedures within the framework within the ministry to deal with issues like this.
I totally agree with you, Alfred. And Joseph, because it has to do with financing, financial, whatever you want to call it, it's important for the NFF to do this, particularly in building their credibility, so that sponsors cannot run away from our football.
Definitely, so that sponsors will not run away from our football. And according to Amaju Pinnick, yes, their books might be clean, but one thing it promised us before he came on board was transparency. And the question would be, look at Nigerian Football Federation, I don't think they have been transparent enough. So even if their books are clean, I think they need to state it, because we hear more than $800,000 was given to them in August by FIFA, to develop grassroots football in Nigeria. And the question would be, have we seen any? Even our under 17 and 8th grade competitions are declining. So for me, yes, the book might be clean, but they still need to come out and state everything they've done.
That's what it is. They need to audit their account. That's what the Minister of Sports is saying. And the NFF have assured us that, look, our books are clean. We will audit the accounts. We'll continue to monitor that issue. Let's go on a quick break. Now, when we come back, we'll start our assessment of football in Nigeria in 2016. Don't go anywhere. Stay.